Okay, now I figured out everything is in plain sight. Now we're right back to ground zero, and now I get what's going on. All right, so I was talking to my husband just right now, and we were talking about stuff. We were talking about the heat because he's out there throwing steel and stuff and loading trucks and whatever. And he was saying, "Oh gosh, it's so hot." I'm like, "Yeah, I know, it's really hot, whatever." And then we were trying to figure out if it's going to be cold or hot or what. Like, we can't figure out what the whole weather is going to be like. I'm like, well, there's supposed to be rain in the forecast. Oh, just to get hydration. And I was like, oh, go drink water. Go get hydra. Go get hydrated. Holy shit, that's right. And so if there's water anywhere, there's hydra. Hydra need water. They will always be together. That's the energy, electricity, that's life. If there's no water, there's no life. And so these storms give so much life to planets and to areas. When there's no water, there's no life, right? When you go in the desert, if there's plants, then there's water way underground. If there's no oasis, that's an open water source. That's where all the animals and things go and converge, and that's where, you know, the whole circle of life and everything. And so, yes. So rain equals hydrate, and yes, people get sick from the evolution of the rain and the storms. Hydrate, hydra, yep, hydra are in all water sources. Hydroelectricity, or using hydra energy, water electricity. So when Audrey, you said something about hydroelectricity, and then I'm like, oh yeah. Hydra is just like saying octopi. There's many hydra. Hydro is saying, okay, this is now a verb, adjective, or an adverb. Hydro is an adverb that is modifying electricity. It's saying that there's water and there's those hydra that is now generating electricity. And so everything is in plain sight. Everything. Because you need water to give you life. But you don't need just water. You need also the nutrients. Because you see those that fast, right? Those that only drink water and that's it. All the different monks and the Buddhists and everything. And they're out there emaciated, just drinking water and just breathing in the air and that's it. And then they fall over dead because they need more than just water. You need to have substance to go for the energy to go and utilize. You have to have some kind of food source. You have to have some kind of well, not so much insulation. Well, yeah, I need insulation too, but you need some kind of fuel. That's what it is. You need fuel to keep the energy inside your body. So when you have someone who is fasting all the time, someone who's eating air sandwiches, they're breatharians, you can only live on water and hydra for so long before the water and the hydra emaciate you and then take you out of existence. That's why those who are really skinny in this environment are going to have a hard time in the climate change. Whether it's the radiating heat that is so aggressive and so hot, or all the rain that has all the different hydra attached to it. Oh yeah, living next to a hydroelectric substation gave me more life than I could handle at that time. Didn't know what to do with it. Yeah, that's now we have everything is full circle. Everything is now in plain sight, in full circle. And anything that is also made up of water will then go and replicate and then become intelligent, whatever it is. And so humans will always be around if there is water. Because there will be one human, even just one human left on the planet, the system will find a way to even asexually reproduce. I don't think we'll ever have just one person on the planet to go and repopulate the whole planet. But you know what I mean? I mean, the Georgia Guidestone says that we have now, 7.9 billion, eventually maybe 12.9 billion, and then they want to take it down to 500 million. Well, hey, having 500 million prototypes is great. You can play around a lot with $500 million. You can play around a lot with 500 million humans. And so you have to be that one human that you see in all these reality shows where you get immunity and all that stuff, right? Survivor. When you have, you know, when you have $500 million, you have 500 million humans. When you're playing the whole ultimate human who can survive this, you know, all these different obstacles and whatever, and the strategy of playing the games of who like psychologically fucks with who, and who ends up being the ultimate survivor, the ultimate human. That's exactly what all these shows are about, is how do we biologically become the ultimate human, the survivor. Okay. And so, and hydration is one aspect of it, but then it's also dealing with the energy of upgrading to the different hydra that are in the hydration. And so, and the water can give life and also can take away. And this is why the storms are so symbolic. When you have storms going through Florida, water can give life, and you see the life over here, like in Ohio, and you see life being taken away by the water in Florida. How many deaths have happened in Florida during that Hurricane Ian? So many deaths. And so you see the Weather Underground, which was the right or the left wing political group that came out of the 1960s, and then they all turned into weathermen. Or now, when I talked to Ross McGowan, I think, was it Ross McGowan? No, it was somebody else, not Ross McGowan. It was another dude, another meteorologist, but I called him the weatherman, you know. When I went to KGO for a minute, because my boss worked there, and so I was picking up her kid there. And so I was like, oh, look, it's that guy, Pete, I think it was Pete Giddings. Let me see if that's right. Pete Giddings. I'm sorry, I'm just going back. Yeah, Pete Giddings. He's, you know, San Jose, whatever. He's a meteorologist. But I met him over there in San Francisco at actual KGO. And I said, oh, look, Alex, it's the weatherman. He's like, and Pete Giddings is saying, no, I'm a meteorologist. I'm like, oh, so they don't be known as weathermen, but the weathermen are the ones that control the weather. How much rain, how much hydration, how much hydra, biotech, everything's connected. And so Audrey goes, thank you for this. My thoughts went this way in the shower the day I made that post. Absolutely. Absolutely. And so now I understand why weathermen don't be called weathermen, because that would then have them linked to that left-wing group that were trying to change society way back when. And then you realize that the weathermen actually translated into the weather geoengineering, atmospheric engineering, terraforming, weather engineering, and the water wars, hydro wars, hydration wars. And so, yeah, you don't get life without water. What is life? It's the hydra. They give life and they can take away life. And then now you see how everything is symbolic in politics, in religion, and in scientific dogmas. And if you can't adapt to what's going on, you were given every fucking chance in the world. And those that made fun of me the last however many years, good luck to you. I hope you survive this climate change. I hope you survive the weather wars. I hope you survive the water wars. I hope you survive the virus wars. All the same shit. I hope you survive. I hope you figure out that now you have to evolve. You can't be jeering at and laughing at information that could save your life if you just open up your mind. And if you want to make fun of me and call that my stuff is like a poop demon and all this other shit, oh, Jillian's wrestling with her poop demons, okay. Good for you. I'd rather you make fun of yourself and make fun of me than you get in the way of what I'm doing. And you're not getting in the way of what I'm doing, because this already has gone viral. This already has gone hydra. Not everyone's going to survive this shit because they are so close to new information. And so when you're constantly using therapies out there, regardless of what they are, you're constantly trying to stop the energy. Well, that's called stopping life. All right, bye.